This is the traditional classroom model you would see if you were to walk through the doors of Moreland if we had 120 students in grades 3 and 4. Grade 3 would house 3 classrooms with 24 students, and grade 4 would house 2 classrooms with 24 students. Now, given the opportunity to move towards a more innovative model, we have developed what we call a NLC in grades 3 and 4, or a network learning community, a community of kids and teachers working together collaboratively, similar to a PLC, a professional learning community. Our NLC would be a community of learners in grades 3 and 4, multi-age, working together with a community of teachers. In our NLC model, you will find 3 classroom teachers working together to meet the needs of 120 students, opposed to 5 classroom teachers working independently to meet the needs of 24, like you saw in our traditional model. The NLC model would free up 2 FTE and give you flexibility to use one of those FTE creatively, which you will see in a moment. In our NLC model, each classroom teacher would have caseloads. With 120 students, 3 classroom teachers would have caseloads of 40 students. This is similar to a special ed or ESL caseload. These classroom teachers would become teacher advocates for 40 students, but ultimately responsible for helping meet the needs of 120. Due to the FTE we save in this model by moving to 3 classroom teachers, this would allow us to hire a GT differentiation coach to work solely with our NLC team. The purpose of this position would be to work with our high ability, gifted and talented students in our NLC model, plus provide differentiation training to the team. We would also take advantage of our ELL support by shifting one of our 2 ELL teachers to our NLC. This would leave 1 ELL teacher to support our K2 program. We would also take advantage of our special ed support by shifting one of our 2 special ed teachers to our NLC, leaving 1 special ed teacher to support our K2 program. And we would take advantage of our intervention specialist support by shifting one of our 2 intervention specialists to our NLC, leaving 1 intervention specialist to support our K2 program. We would also shift one of our special ed paras to our NLC. And finally, due to the luck of receiving 2 Minnesota Reading Corps people next year, we would use one of them in our NLC model as a one-to-one support in the area of literacy for our grade 3 students only. Again, this is one large community working together collaboratively to meet the needs of 120 kids, compared to 1 teacher working alone with sporadic support throughout the day. In our NLC, we would be working in small groups, differentiating all day long, meeting the needs of individual kids. This would support the initiative we have in PLPs as well. Not only that, but with the addition to iPads in the hands of all 3rd and 4th grade students next year, we can change the environment we teach in as well. What you see in this slide is 5 areas opened up into 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At Moreland, our traditional classrooms are divided by accordion walls. Each classroom holds about 25 kids comfortably, but they could hold more if we eliminated the desks. Our thoughts were to remove the desks and put in tables that would hold 5 to 6 students. We would also open up the walls so that we could house 60 students in one large area. We also have what are called resource rooms between the 2 classrooms. This area would become the teaming area for all staff members working with the 120 students. The classrooms would be learning areas, and the resource room would be a teaming area. I added one option we could use during our 90-minute literacy block. In this model, we have split 120 kids into 3 groups, teacher A, B, and C. Teacher A would have 40 kids in her group. Some would be in her caseload, some not. It all depends on the team. But that 40 would split between 3 teachers, teacher A, intervention specialist, and special ed. If dispersed evenly, there would be 3 groups of 13 working that 90-minute literacy block. Teacher B would have 40 students split between her and the GT teacher, again 20 students each, and teacher C would have 40 students split between 4, teacher C, ELL, paraprofessional, Minnesota Reading Corps. The neat thing about our NLC model is that we can be as flexible as we want and develop multiple models depending on student need and teacher support and expertise.